Medicinal value of basil. Holy basil is very important herbs and has many medicinal applications. Basil is used in the treatment of various diseases. Basil plant and its various parts are used in case of insect bite, fever, cardiac diseases, gynecological disorders, respiratory problems, skin disorders, etc. Basil has been used since the ancient times for different ailments. Holy basil is used as voicing proper and acts as a germicide and bactericide. It is good to prevent malaria and an effective painkiller. In some texts, it is also known as healer of all diseases. In homeopathy, basil is very effective in the formation of breast during lactation. Basil tea health benefits. Basil tea is a very important component of herbal teas and organic teas, which enhances a sense of well-being. Basil tea is a great stress buster and develops resistance against anxiety, tension and stress. It has good amount of antioxidants that helps to contend free radicals. It is one of the important alternatives of coffee and tea. Basil tea good for vision, respiratory system, boost your immune system and stamina, and maintain blood sugar level. There is no as such side effects of green tea. Basil seeds control sugar. In fact, all parts of basil are important for health and medicinal aspects, so the seed part. The decoction of seeds is beneficial for urinary infections. In a study which is at the initial stage, it has been seen that basil seeds are useful in controlling of blood sugar and management of diabetes. Weight reduction may also be observed if one takes regularly the drink of basil. Nutritionally, basil seeds contain vitamin, minerals, fat and carbohydrate. How to make basil recipe. Basil is used for many dishes such as tomato sauce, pizza, salads, desserts, cocktails, Thai curry, pesto, etc. Basil can be used for more or less in all types of dishes. To make recipes with basil, one has to use the smaller leaves of basil or cutting it into small pieces. Grinding of seeds or other parts may also be used with salads. Basil leaves should be preferably used in making different types of recipes. The combination of basil and tomato is wonderful for recipes, especially for the Mediterranean region. Nutrition facts of basil. Basil is known as king of herbs and rich in phytonutrients. Basil is one of the herbs that is widely grown across the world. Basil has many nutritional benefits too. It is full of antioxidants. Basil contains minerals like vitamin A, beta-carotene, potassium, iron, copper, manganese, and magnesium. The biochemical compounds such as orientin and vicenin act as antioxidants. Basil leaves contain eugenol, citronellol, and limonin, which are used in anti-inflammatory. What is basil herb? Basil herbs are very important plant for health point of view, especially for women who devote their time in kitchen. The basil plant is moderate height and good source of oxygen. It is one of the best sources of oxygen. It is said by ancient Indian philosopher that a house without holy basil is considered as dry and unhealthy as a crematorium. Growing of basil plant is extremely useful in cleaning the surrounding. What is basil? Basil has many health and medicinal benefits. It is about 3-5 feet tall. The leaves, which are 3-5 centimeters long, have powerful fragrance. Basils are of three types: black basil, white basil and camphor basil. The flowering time of basil is winter and has seeds reddish black in color. What is basil ginger? The combination of basil ginger is very good for health purposes. When basil, ginger and other herbs are used in combination, useful for many ailments. If somebody experienced cough and cold, it is recommended that the person should take the decoction of basil, ginger, black pepper with honey 3 times a day. The mix of holy basil leaves, onion juice and ginger juice are used for dry cough. The symptoms of high fever can be considerably reduced when a person take the mixture of basil leaves, neem leaves, powder of ginger and powder of long pepper. Have stomachache, take the juice of basil leaves, 10 milliliters, plus lime juice, 20 milliliters, plus and ginger juice. Basil for stress management. Holy basil leaves are stress buster and mood elevator. Chewing of fresh basil leaves deal with stress and helps in the management of tension and anxiety. Basil tea also helps in reducing stress. Chewing of 10-12 basil leaves helps in controlling of stress. Basil for fever. The decoction of basil leaves, neem leaves, powder of ginger and powder of long pepper has the ability to reduce fever and its symptoms considerably. Basil leaves tea is quite effective against malaria and dengue fever, especially in the rainy season. During fever, The legs become cold, then applying the paste of basil leaves are beneficial. Basil prevents heart disease. Basil leaves show positive impact in reducing of cholesterol level in the body, thereby helpful in prevention of cardiac diseases. Basil leaves also act as a tonic for heart. The flow of blood circulation enhances when juice of fresh leaves are applied locally. Cough home remedy by basil. Basil leaves are used as home remedy in the treatment of cough and cold. For curing of cough and cold fever, one should take the decoction of basil flowers, ginger, black powder and long pepper along with honey at least 3 to 4 times a day. Holy basil is also useful for chronic cough and cold. For this, one should take the mix of basil leaves plus mint plus black pepper in the dose of 30 milliliters twice a day. It is good to reduce the symptoms of cough and cold. Person suffering from expectorant, take the juice of basil leaves and sugar. For dry cough, the mixture of basil leaves, onion and ginger juice is helpful in managing and controlling the case. Basil removes kidney stone. Basil juice drinking along with honey for a period of 6 months helps to expel the kidney stone, calcium oxalate, via urinary tract. Basil acts like as a detoxifier, thereby reduces the level of uric acid in the body. It also prevents the formation of calcium oxalate in the kidney. Calcium oxalate and uric acid compounds are responsible for the formation of kidney stone. Since holy basil has painkiller effect, it also reduces the impact of pain that causes due to stone in the kidney. Thus, holy basil can be used as home remedy treatment to expel kidney stone, yet it takes time to show desired effect. Basil reduces stomach problems. Basil show good impacts in case of stomach problems such as acidity, flatulence, constipation, etc. Sometimes hyperacidity leads to weakness. Here basil seeds cooked in water is given to overcome the problem. For acute stomach problems, decoction of basil leaves, ginger, honey and salt is given for 2 weeks. Recently, it has been shown in a scientific study that basil acts against stomach ulcers. For stomachache, the juice of basil leaves, lime and ginger is beneficial. It also eases from gaseous distension of stomach. Basil for dental protection. Powder of basil dry leaves is used as brushing of teeth, thus helps in teeth protection. It is also used as toothpaste when used with mustard oil. Mouthwash through basil leaves means keeping oneself away from many mouth diseases such as gums diseases, puree, and other dental infections. To get relief from toothache, apply the mix of basil leaves juice and camphor. Chewing of basil leaves is beneficial for mouth ulcer. It protects you from bacteria and germs that are the main source of mouth diseases. Basil for headache treatment. Basil is helpful in relieving headache. To get instant relief from headache, it is suggested to apply the paste of basil and sandalwood on the forehead. Inhalation of powder of dried leaves of basil eases from migraine and headache. Basil benefits for skin diseases. Basil is known as healing for many diseases and ailments. Juice of basil leaves are used in the treatment ringworm and skin disorders. For skin problems, the mix of basil and aloe vera is beneficial. Some physicians also use this beneficial herb for leukoderma cases. It is used as skin ointments. Basil for asthma cure. The leaves of basil are used as home remedy for the treatment of respiratory disorders such as cough, cold, influenza, mild asthma and bronchitis. For these disorders, it is advisable to take the decoction of basil leaves plus honey and ginger. The mix of basil leaves, common salt and cloves are also used in curing of influenza. A large number of Ayurvedic cough expectorant and syrups use basil as one of the ingredients. Chewing of basil leaves are also beneficial in case of cold and flu. The asthma patient should take the mix of basil juice and black pepper. Top 10 Wonder Benefits of Basil Leaves. Basil is used as germicide, bactericide, deodorant, and anti-edematous. Fresh juice of basil is instilled in ears to get relief from earache. Paste of basil and black pepper are used in case of insecticide. As a first aid, the paste of fresh leaves is used in case of bleeding. Basil juices along with honey remove hiccups. Basil extracted oil is used for painkiller. Basil leaves juice with honey is good for obese person. Obesity person should take this combination for a period of 2 to 3 months. The mix of basil leaves and honey eases sore throat. Basil is very important for children as it acts like as weapon against cough, cold, diarrhea, vomiting, etc. Basil is good for sore eyes and night blindness. To have good result, 1 to 2 drops of basil juice are put into eyes. Thanks for watching. Don't forget like, share, and subscribe my video. See you next time.